Who is the pound for pound #1 fighter on the planet in mixed martial arts? That is a question that always gets asked. And of course, the answer to that is subjective. It is clearly just your opinion. But right now, top of the charts on everybody's list is Alexander the Great Volkanovski. He's the pound for pound #1 guy on the planet, but soon, that might change because they are going head to head. Alexander Volkanovski taking on Islam Makhachev. This fight was rumored for quite some time, but Saturday night at UFC 281, it was made official. UFC 284 going down in Perth, Australia. Makhachev versus Volkanovski for the lightweight title and to discover once and for all who truly is the pound for pound #1 fighter on the planet. Now, that is what you've got to love about mixed martial arts. The best fighting the best all the time in their prime. Not knocking boxing. Well, I am, in fact, because you don't see that. You don't see the best fighting the best. There's too much politics, too much money, too much greed, too much nonsense going on, right? The best never fight the best, and they never fight each other in the prime. But that is what we have here. UFC 284. This is a ridiculous fight card, and we're going to find out once and for all who's the best of all time in their prime. So let's take a look at the list. Of course, at #1, we have Alexander Volkanovski. #2, Islam Makhachev. #3, Leon Edwards, repping the UK, the welterweight champ. #4, the big old boy, Francis Ngannou. 5 is the bantamweight champ, Aljamain Sterling. 6, the former welterweight champion, Kamaru Usman. New entry, #7, middleweight champ, Alex Pereira. Israel Adesanya at 8. Charles Oliveira, the former lightweight champion, at #9. And the current light heavyweight champion of the world, Yuri Prohaska, coming in at #10. But all we care about is that #1 spot. And we're going to find out how that goes down. Perth, Australia, in February. I'll be there. I'll be commentating. I cannot wait. Such an honor and a privilege to be calling such an important fight. So how is this going to go down? Well, obviously, Islam Makhachev, he is a wrestling phenom. Much like his mentor, Khabib Nurmagomedov, that is how he does it. That's how he wins fights. Look at what he did. Look at what he did to Charles Oliveira. Beat him on the feet, dropped him, followed him down, passed guard, and then choked him out in round 2. And this is a guy that has the most submissions ever in the UFC. Okay, a guy that was on a crazy run, knocking out everybody, and once was one of the most exciting fighters on planet Earth. Still is, but he got beaten soundly. Volkanovski, what a run this man has been on. If you just look at the records alone, this fight's ridiculous. Volkanovski coming into this 25-1. He only lost one fight outside of the UFC a long, long time ago. And Islam Makhachev, 23-1. They're ridiculous records. Of course, Khabib was undefeated. We know that. They've both got one loss on their record. They were both a long, long time ago. And they are both fighting and beating the best competition all the time. So how does this fight go down? Well, Islam has the better wrestling. It's as simple as that. But Volkanovski is a much, much shorter guy. And when you're shorter, and I'm not being insulting, by the way, when you're shorter, you have a lower center of gravity. Therefore, you're harder to take down. Also, your legs are shorter. So it's a smaller target to get hold of. Islam's going to have to level change much, much more to get in there deep, to get on the legs, to get a body lock, whatever it is. Volkanovski also is going up in weight. 155, only a 10-pound increase, but that is significant. So he's going to be stronger. He's not going to have as much of a weight cut. He's going to have more muscle. And the man is already incredibly strong. He has fantastic takedown defense. Islam Makhachev is going to have a really, really hard time taking him down. On the feet, I mean, Volkanovski is beautiful to watch. Look at what he does to people. I mean, look at those performances that he had against Max Holloway. Last time out, come on, listen, there was a little bit of debate. Did Max Holloway or Volkanovski win the first two? Okay, that third fight, Volkanovski put a stamp on it. He put a bow on it. He shut down the conversation. Don't ever talk to me about Max Holloway ever again. He beat him all over the place. Prior to that, Chang Sung Jung, what a beatdown. Brian Ortega, I mean, yeah, he got caught in a guillotine for a split second, but managed to get out of it. Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, Chad Mendes. The run that Alexander Volkanovski has been on is incredible. Now, granted, of course, we're dealing with Islam Makhachev here, a guy that's got heavy hands, great wrestling, awesome jiu-jitsu, and is on a great run as well. So there it is. That's the main event. That is only the main event. We have got some incredible fights and some incredible news. Yes, that is correct. At the weekend as well, another fight was announced for the same card. The featherweight title interim belt is on the line. Yair Rodriguez going up against Josh Emmett. Of course, the featherweight champ, Volkanovski, he's going up in weight class. Okay, and there's a lot of contenders at 145. Now, England's own Arnold Allen is on an incredible win streak. He was calling for a title fight recently, and I thought he might have got it, but unfortunately for him, Yair Rodriguez and Josh Emmett, they're ahead in the rankings, I think, and, you know, they won their fights first. So they get the first crack of the whip. Volkanovski, if he wins at 155, will he come down to 145 straight away? Will he get injured? Will he be hurt? Will he take some time off? We don't know. And listen, I have no problem with an interim title fight. A lot of people complain, a lot of people bitch. There's nothing wrong with an interim title. If you're the champion, all it means is we have a clear, established #1 contender, and then when they fight each other, for Volkanovski, it's brilliant because it can be billed champion versus champion. When I was the champion, I remember I was out in Thailand, I was shooting a movie, Triple Threat, check it out on Netflix, and my leg, I was having big problems with my leg prior to my knee replacements. Dana texted me, he wanted me to fight someone. I said, Dana, I can't, my leg is destroyed. He said, what do you mean? So I shot him a picture of my leg. It was swelled up like twice the size of the other one. He said, holy shit, you need to get that taken care of. He said, I'm sorry, Mike, I'm probably going to do an interim title fight. Do you mind? I said, no. Not at all. Not at all. All that means is a clear, established #1 contender. And when we fight, more pay-per-view points because champion versus champion. And that is why Robert Whittaker fought Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero got beat. Robert Whittaker got injured. So I ended up fighting George St. Pierre. So save your shit talk. Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. What a banger that is going to be. Josh Emmett, the punching power that this man has is absolutely ridiculous. He's a quieter guy. He doesn't say a lot on the microphone. But the man literally fights his ass off. And Yair Rodriguez, this man is amazing to watch. Some of the moves that he has. Remember that up elbow, 4 minutes 59 of the final round against the Korean zombie, knocked him out cold. Yair Rodriguez is a very, very serious man, and he doesn't like it if his fights get stopped in the first round either. And if that wasn't enough for you, having 2 amazing title fights, we have got a ridiculous undercard as well. UFC 284, Australia's own Robert Whittaker. Okay, love this guy, love the way he fights. Robert Whittaker's so technical, the footwork that he possesses, the all-round well-roundedness of his game, the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, the striking, the tenacity, the pace, the strength. Robert Whittaker's the real deal, and he's going to need to be, because he's going up against Boichinia. Yes, Paulo Costa, one of the hardest hitting guys at 185 pounds. It's crazy to think that Paulo Costa and Robert Whittaker have not crossed paths before, but they haven't, and here we go. Alexander Volkanovski taking on Islam Makhachev to truly discover who is the best, properly the best, the pound for pound best of all time, in their prime, going down on pay-per-view. Co-main event, Yair Rodriguez, Josh Emmett. That is an interim title fight. We got Robert Whittaker going up against Paulo Costa. Fight of the night, I'm telling you right now. And then, of course, we've got Justin Tafa going up against Patrick Porter. We got a bunch of local Aussies on there. We got Tyson Pedro. We got a great fight card for you. I can't wait. This is going to be sensational. Fair play to the UFC. Time after time after time, in their prime, putting on these amazing fight cards. Wow, can't wait. I'm going to be there to commentate. That's incredible. Anyway, there it is. Islam Makhachev, Volkanovski. Who do you think wins? Let me know in the comments. Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa. Tough one to pick. What do you think? And then Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett, interim featherweight title fight. What do you think about that one? I mean, will Islam be able to take Volkanovski down? There's a good chance, but I think Volkanovski gets back to his feet. I think Volkanovski is probably the cleaner striker, but Islam hits really, really, really fucking hard, as we've seen. I mean, look what he did to Charles Oliveira, for crying out loud. In terms of jiu-jitsu, Islam's got the advantage there, but it's a compelling fight. Can't wait for it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe, ring the bell. See you soon.